Welcome to another video. This is 149, that was my old channel name. This is Coaster 205 with my brother. His channel name is Nightmare on Aberdeen Road. Say hi, Bennett. Sup? And we are going to be debunking this GP video. It is called 10 Deadliest Roller Coasters Ever.
Top 10 Most Dangerous Roller Coasters in History. Number 10. Big Thunder Mountain, Disneyland, California, USA. Themed after...
So, starting off, we have one of the most tame roller coasters in the world also, and it is not dangerous, and I want to see what they have to say about this ride. I know it's coming up.
Runaway Mine Train. Riders twist and turn through a series of mountains, old mine shaft tunnels, and desert landscapes. On the morning of September 5th, 2003, Disneyland failed to uphold its promise of being the happiest place on Earth when a terrible accident took place.
That's true. The happiest place on Earth is Cedar Point.
On the morning the accident occurred, the ride had been running seemingly without a hitch, but for the last couple rides before the incident, cast members, Disneyland park employees, reported strange noises coming from train number 2. At around 11:20 a.m., the lead car on train number 2, designed to look like a red steam engine, became a true runaway mine train and derailed in a tunnel, and the car connected behind it got forced underneath. Moments after the accident, witnesses who were next in line to ride Big Thunder recall two young men who were able to free themselves from the debris running out of the tunnel yelling, "Someone is hurt bad. It's really serious. Get someone up here." Other riders were trapped in the wreckage for some time before rescuers were able to free them. 10 riders in total were injured. One 22-year-old man was admitted to the hospital listed under serious condition. He had lacerations on his face and a serious chest injury. Another 22-year-old man, Marcelo Torres, who was riding in the front by himself, died to a head and chest injury. Despite this fatal accident, this ride is still open today. Number 9.
Well, of course it's still open. It's because Disney has improved the safety standards, and this was a big lesson in the roller coaster industry.
The Fusion Ragin 2 Expo.
Not Fusion Ragin, it's Fusion Raijin. And this is also in Japan, a country that had at the time minimal safety standards.
Land in Osaka, Japan. This steel standing roller coaster, sometimes referred to as the Osaka Death Machine, speedily brings riders through multiple turns and dips. Expo Land had been open for 30 years with no problems, but had also failed to replace aging parts during this time to save money. In 2007, the negligence caught up when the Fusion Raijin 2's coaster wheels broke off and derailed one of the cars.
They're not called coaster wheels, they're called wheels.
The car turned on its side, and a rider hit her head on the guardrail and was instantly killed. 18 others were injured. The tragic accident caused the closure of the park for months.
And also that counter up there that was just there, don't pay attention to it because it's just to scare people. And they're also picking the most freak accidents and also getting a bunch wrong.
As inspections of all the coasters were conducted, it was found that the yearly inspection of the coasters was missed, and 3 park employees were charged and found guilty of professional negligence, resulting in death. These employees had also filed false reports that the park had conducted regular checks on the roller coaster. After the inspections, the park was reopened, but the Fusion Raijin 2 ride was permanently closed. The park only remained open for 2 more years before closing due to financial troubles. People lost trust.
Then that is not at Expo Land.
And stopped visiting the park. This wasn't the only park required to do inspections after the accident. Every amusement park across Japan was shut down to do inspections, causing other parks to go out of business as well, unable to afford the downtime. The 8th most dangerous roller coaster in history is the Wildcat ride at Bell's Amusement Park in Oklahoma, USA. This steel 4-man thrill coaster had a height of 4 stories, with multiple turns and drops, able to ride 900 guests per hour.
Okay, so this ride is at every single fairground and is not that tall and is also very safe.
At first glance, Nothing about this roller coaster seemed terribly dangerous. But one fateful day made this coaster
It's not dangerous, right, Bennett?
one of the deadliest in history. The accident took place on April 26,
Dad,
1977, 2 weeks after the Oklahoma Labor Department safety inspection of the ride, which found no faults. 4 riders had nearly reached the top of the lift hill when the lift chain prematurely unattached and the coaster suddenly started sliding backwards. The safety system that was supposed to prevent this failed due to poor design. The coaster came speeding back down the lift hill and slammed into the car waiting to go next. A 14-year-old boy who was in the front seat of the coaster that malfunctioned was ejected from his seat when the carts impacted each other. He hit his head on a metal support
It's not called a car, it's called a train.
bar and died. Not only did this awful accident result in the death of this poor 14-year-old boy, but 6 other riders were sent to nearby hospitals, 2 of them in serious condition. Number 7. Willard's Whizzer at Marriott's Great America, Santa Clara, California, USA.
I don't know what time this was filmed, but it's called California's Great America, not Marriott's Great America.
This Speed Racer roller coaster starts in a spiral lift hill that raises the coaster 21 meters into the air, before whizzing around the track for 2 minutes of adrenaline-packed turns and dips. The Whizzer was a popular attraction, but unfortunately, it wasn't as popular at the park to upkeep rides, and as such, the next accident was completely avoidable. On March 29, 1980, as the train was finishing the track, the braking system failed to slow the coaster as it entered back into the loading area, and it struck the train that was being boarded. 8 people were injured, and a young boy of about 13 years old was killed. The boy was thrown onto the tracks and crushed. Authorities later found that the park in Santa Clara had been aware of the fault in the braking system, but failed to report or address the problem before it was too late. Despite this, the ride ran for another 8 years.
And this is why Cedar Fair is better than Paramount.
Before finally closing. Its twin at Six Flags in Illinois is still operational.
It's not called Six Flags in Illinois, it's called Six Flags Great America.
The 6th most dangerous roller coaster in history, Wild Wonder, at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, New Jersey, USA. This steel zigzag coaster isn't known for speed, big dips, loops, or anything.
It is not a steel zigzag coaster, it is a wild mouse coaster. Even my little brother knows that, and he's only recently been a coaster enthusiast. Right, Bennett?
Else exciting. Instead, it's best described as a wild mouse ride. On August 29th, 1999, Mark Matzak and his 2 kids were next in line to board the Wild Wonder when he noticed the train that had just left started hurtling backwards down the lift hill. It was like, oh my god, it's coming back down, said Matzak, 39. As quickly as I said that, it hit. A mother and her daughter were on the coaster that malfunctioned, and they both unfortunately
It's not the coaster that malfunctioned, it's the train that malfunctioned.
They lost their lives. 2 others were injured. So what happened? After an investigation, authorities found that during a recent scheduled
If you want to know what actually happened, head over to Coaster College, and he probably has a What Really Happened video on this. And no, that's not the actual repair.
maintenance, park employees had replaced factory parts with much cheaper, lower quality replacements. Not only were the parts cheap, but they were installed incorrectly, causing the safety mechanism to be unable to stop the train from rolling backwards as intended. Deaths like this are so unfortunate because they were so avoidable. Brace yourselves, because we're now in the top 5 most dangerous roller coasters
Okay, now we're having from a movie that gets a lot wrong.
in history. Number 5 is the Derby Racer at Revere Beach, Massachusetts, USA. This wooden coaster was
Okay, we have to go back over 100 years to find an accident. Next. Wait, is that Roller Coaster Tycoon 3?
Supreme Court case. Number 4, Big Dipper at Krug Park in Omaha, Nebraska, USA. This would
1930, 100 years ago. Yeah, it's freaking 12 years after Titanic.
dropping a thumbs up is greatly appreciated. And if you
Okay,
want to see
now we
more
got a
mind-expanding top 10 videos, remember to hit subscribe.
Now let's see the comments and how he's tricked people. Great video. Have a nice day. Best video ever. Oh my god, huh? That kind of acknowledgement. That's scary. Why? It is okay. Do more Doritos to make it funny. And saying how you left this channel made your own channel. Yo, these rides are up for. I don't know. I hope all these people sued. It's a prank. It's good to see. God, see this. I do not like this. I work with Fortnite. Okay. Bye. So like and subscribe.